people like you today, knowing that it's my first time to talk to um, such a big class of people. It's so wonderful that I'm here today and you have trusted that I can do this work. Besides of all things that happened and being young, not that much experience in giving speech, but you have trusted me, and for this reason I want to say thank you to World Vision Organization for the love that they have shown since I started working with them. I also want to say thank you to UNICEF for making this program a successful program, for they have worked in hand with World Vision to make sure that this program goes on. And I also want to say thank you to the government of the Republic of Zambia for making efforts to attend this great meeting of children, where we'll be looking at how to become a great speaker and how to speak out. Thank you, the government of the Republic of Zambia through the President Hakainde Hichilema, for making sure that you attend this program and seeing that this program is an interesting program. Okay, so without wasting much of time, I'll go straight to the speech that I'm having today. Rather, let me say a lesson that we are having today. Today we'll be looking at how to become a great speaker. This is basically based on children, and I want to appreciate that parents are also here, because this lesson is not only for children. Yes, there's a part for children and there's also a part for young children. Okay, so we are going to start our lesson like this. This lesson is divided into 3 parts, where in the first part, the main issue that we'll be looking at is child protection. There's some child protection. How should I protect a child? What is involved when protecting a child? Because a lot of parents, what they know is that telling their children to be at home exactly 16 hours, everyone is home, is there doing house chores, is protecting children. But today we want to look at what is this, what is really child protection. Okay, and secondly, we'll look at what part do you do? What part do you do? Now, this is part that is basically based on parents. What part do you do? And last but not the least, we are going to look at help one another. Help one another. It's very interesting lesson where we'll be interacting. So I teach where you are not here, you ask the questions. If you have something to contribute, you contribute. We move like that. We are a well-organized people. Okay. Basically, let's look at what is child protection. Child protection, it is the process or a procedure of protecting a child from harmful things that may affect the future of a child. Child protection is a process or a procedure of protecting a child from harmful things that may affect his or her future. These things may be of drugs, these things may be of early marriages, these things may be activities that are not acceptable. We all know that World Vision is an organization, a Christian organization, meaning they do trust in God. And so we'll be working hand in hand. What does the Bible say and what do we say as human beings? So that is basically what we call child protection. And what is based in this child protection? There are so many things that are based in child protection. as I said earlier, child protection is not telling the children to come at home exactly 16 hours, everyone is home. No, that is not child protection. Child protection is making sure that the steps your children are taking are the steps that are not going to affect them in the future. That is what is called child protection. Some of you have even added strict instruction to your children and telling them to say, the moment you do this and that, I will do this. And the children are so afraid to ask. And what you should understand that children is a generation that is good at practicals. They do not want just to hear, but they want to try. And no matter how hard you try to protect your children, that will always happen. And that's where what part do you do comes in. What part do you do? You're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that and that. And the child does another thing. The same things that you're saying are negative to them they would love to try. And when they try, they put all those things together, and now they start dividing which one is good, which one is bad, which one is good, which one is bad, and they start separating. And when they are done with separation, they stand and look at them and they say, oh, this is negative and this is positive. And they look at this one and again they want to follow. They want to follow that one. And they'll be like, okay, let me go to negative. No. Let me try positive. That's how children are. That is how children are. Children will always be like that. Children will always want to try. And what part do you do as a parent for you to help them choose wisely? And the Bible says, train up a child in a way that you want him or her to go. And when he's old, he will never depart from it. He will never depart from it. And the Bible knows that when you train that child in that way, that child will be a great child in life. You train. What is based here is the issue of training. You train. You train. And what part do you do? Some of your parents, when children they come to church, you hold your hands and say, choose what you want, choose what you want. And when the result comes, you're on your own. And they forget that they'll be affected as long as we say, you forget that you will be affected at a certain stage. Learn how to help your children when it comes to the issue of choice. Learn how to obey your children when it comes to the issue of choice. Some of you force your children to choose the things that are not good. I remember when I was doing journalism and public relations, one of our student, one of our fellow students, used to stay in class quietly, and they used to ask her, what's the problem? It's like, Mom forced me to come here. This wasn't my idea. And you see, you blame your children that they don't do good. They don't do what they're supposed to do. Meanwhile, you forget that you forced them to do that. You forget that you forced them to do that. What part do you do? Let your children choose. And sit down. Ask them, why did you choose this? What benefit do you get from this? What intentions do you have towards this? Are you having a positive mind over this? Do you really love this, or you have seen your friend choosing this? Ask your children. Some of you don't even take time to ask your children. When you hear a child says, mommy, I want to be an engineer. No, you are a girl. You can be an engineer. Go and study medicine. And when they go in a mortuary, they faint.